Lesson 2. Urban Growth in Bangladesh. Bangladesh is situated in southern Asia on the delta of the two largest rivers on the Indian subcontinent, the Ganges and the Brahmaputra. It borders India in the west, north and east, Myanmar in the southeast, and the Bay of Bengal in the south. Bangladesh's capital city, Dhaka, is located in the central part of the country. It occupies the eastern part of the Bengal region. The western part of the region is occupied by Indian state of West Bengal, which historically was part of the great civilizations of the northeast of the Indian subcontinent. Initially, the majority of the population of Bangladesh lived in rural areas. However, due to industrialization and major advancements in the economy, many of its citizens eventually made their move to the city and to other urban areas as well, including the cities of Chittagong, Khulna and Rajshahi. The importance of a particular city can be weighed on a national scale in terms of its contribution of the city to the prosperity of its citizens residing within it and to the cities surrounding it, or on an international scale. This international importance is heavily dependent on the city's economy as viewed by the rest of the world, and its contributions in terms of raw materials, industries and supplies that it can export globally. What is the national importance of Dhaka to Bangladesh? There are several reasons why cities are chosen to be capitals of countries, including factors such as population size, the presence of several large-scale industries, and so forth. In the case of Dhaka, it has a population of 10.3 million, making it the biggest city in terms of population. With Dhaka established as the capital city, the population size, the area occupied by the city, and the overall economic and social diversity have grown immensely. Together with its river port 10 miles to the south of Dhaka, is currently one of the most densely industrialized regions in the country. Traditional products produced on a large scale in the capital city include jamdani, a premium quality of variety of muslin cloth, embroidery, silk and various kinds of jewellery. Major industries include jute processing and the manufacture of products such as pharmaceuticals, chemicals, textiles, leather goods, ceramics and electronics. Dhaka also has a relatively stable processing sector for foods, which is heavily dependent on local agricultural production and is orientated mainly towards domestic needs. It includes sugar refining and milling, the production of edible oils, processing and preserving of fruits and fruit juices, and fish processing, especially shrimps and prawns. As a tropical country, Bangladesh as a whole has a plentiful supply of domestic exotic fruits and seafood. These particular industries are of course not limited to Dhaka, but as it is the capital, most of these industries are to be found within the city. So what's the importance of Dhaka to the rest of the world? Many of the industries that cater to the locals of Dhaka also contribute to the rest of the world, as it is imperative that the manufactured products from various industries are not only used by the inhabitants of Bangladesh, but by countries nearby. One of the industries that is currently active in Dhaka and which specializes in the exports of its products is the garment industry, which began to surface towards the end of the 20th century. The Bangladeshi jute goods industry also specializes in large state-controlled enterprises for export to North America, parts of Europe, and other markets in the Asia-Pacific and other jute-utilizing economies and markets, contributing 30 billion taka to the country's export earnings and 20 billion taka, respectively. Bangladesh accounts for 90% of the world's jute fiber exports. These jute processing businesses still have an abundant supply of raw materials to this day, and with the improvement of the quality of their products, along with better, more efficient management and marketing, its export potential may continue to increase, despite the use of jute being on the decline due to increased use of synthetic materials. Natural increase in the population and migration as causes of growth, A natural increase in population is not merely evident in Dhaka, Bangladesh. It is a phenomenon that can be witnessed in cities around the world. The improvement of healthcare facilities and of the individual conditions of citizens contribute to the longevity of its citizens. This increased longevity inevitably results in a larger population residing in a particular place within a given time. Research on population growth in Dhaka shows the growth of Dhaka city, after years of being relatively stagnant, gained momentum again after 1947. The migration of people from India on one hand, and the surge of Bangladeshi citizens to the newly established administrative, commercial and education centre, on the other hand, contributed to the unprecedented growth of the city. The resulting need for more office space for administrative and commercial purposes, as well as residential accommodation, has led to the growth of the city on several levels. In conclusion, the factors outlined above contribute to the growth and development of Dhaka as a city. Increased industrialization will ultimately result in better lives for the citizens of the city and those of neighbouring cities as well.